Hi guys, I'm Melanie, and this is Melanie's Yoga Couch. Today we're going to be doing some poses and a yoga sequence for texting neck or text neck. If you are using your phone all day, if you're really into Pokemon, then you probably know this feeling of having some strain, some tension in your neck and in your upper back between the shoulders. The reason for that is that the head's about 10 pounds, and when you lean it forward, you're really putting a lot of strain in those muscles. So the most important thing is that you align your body throughout the day, that you have really great posture, no matter if you're sitting or you're standing. And then you can avoid that. But we're here today because that's really difficult to do, and we need to relieve some of that strain in the neck. So let's get started. We're going to start in mountain pose. Just start with the alignment. So the feet are about hip width apart. The feet are pressing into the mat. The legs are active. Your stomach is engaged and your chest is open, shoulders back. Bring your palms to face forward. And then just draw the head right over the shoulders. So you can think of pressing your chin back like you're pressing in a drawer. The head is reaching slightly towards the ceiling. And just notice how your entire body, the structure of the body, the alignment is supporting your head in this position. No strain, no discomfort. And then bring your hands together in front of the heart. We're going to move through some half sun salutations. With your next inhale, draw the arms up over the head with a slight back bend. Inhaling into the chest, exhaling, bend the knees slightly, come forward, leading with the heart into the forward fold. Inhale, lift, again leading with your heart, reaching the arms up. You can keep a slight bend in the knees, reaching up, exhaling the thumbs to the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, draw the arms up, lift in the chest. Exhale, hands come to the side in a reverse swan dive, chest reaching forward and down. Inhale, lift, reach the arms up. Exhale, thumbs to the center of the chest. Just one more time. Inhale, reach up. Swan diving forward, shoulders back and down. Release the head at the bottom. And then lift on up with a long spine. Exhaling the thumbs to the center of the chest. We're going to come to the front of the mat now and take a big step back with the right foot. We're coming into Parsvakonasana, side angle. So bring your left arm to the left thigh, palm facing up. Reach the right arm up. We don't want to sink into that lower shoulder. We want to pull out, lift in the left shoulder, and open up the heart to the ceiling. You can imagine you're pressing with the right hand in a wall or a flat surface, just so you can open up the right shoulder. One more breath here. And then lift up. Bring the hands to the hips. We're going to step in with the back foot, bringing the heels in one line and bringing the hips parallel. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, grab the elbows just so we can really open up the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward in your forward fold. The legs are active. You might have a small bend in that front knee. Reach forward with the head. Make sure you have a long neck and that the shoulder blades are reaching together. One more breath. Enjoy that nice stretch in the back of the left leg. And then inhale, back up. Hands to the hips. We're going to step forward with the right foot. We're coming into the other side, so step back with the left foot, a big step. And we're going to come into side angle on the right side. Bring the right elbow to the right thigh, palm facing up. Bring the left hand to the left hip. First, open up the left shoulder and then reach the left arm up. Legs are active and the heart is reaching towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here. And then lift up, straighten the front leg. Bring the back foot in. The back foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Rotate the left hip point forward, the right hip point back. Hands together behind the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Forward folds are also really relaxing and calming to the mind and body. So it's also a nice way to relieve tension if it's not just Pokemon that's bringing this tension to your spine and upper back. One more breath. And then lift up. Bring the feet together at the front of the mat. Hands come together in front of the chest. Then bring the hands behind the back to the lower back. You bring the fingers pointing up or down, whatever works for you. We just want to draw the shoulders together, drawing the elbows together, opening the chest. Try to reach the tailbone down and lift the chest up. Just a slight back bend in the upper back. One more breath. And then bring the hands together behind the back. We're going to bring the feet hip width apart, bend the knees deeply, and come into that forward fold, just letting the arms fall over the head. Try to release in the neck. You can have the elbows bent too. We're trying to reach the palms together. One more breath. Let the hands come to the mat. And then we're just going to bring the hands to the elbows. Let the head get really heavy. So you can swing a bit here from side to side. Maybe straighten the legs a little bit more if you'd like. Just make sure you can really release in the lower back. The head's heavy. You can even shake the head yes and no. And another option here is to clasp the hands behind the head, just adding some weight to the head. I really love this one. This is what I used to do all the time in the office when I had a lot of stress. One more breath. And then release the hands to the mat. We'll step the feet back and come into all fours. So the hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, lift the chest and the tailbone. Exhale, tailbone reaches towards the mat. We press in the hands, lift between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale and round. Find a neutral position, neutral spine. We're going to bring the knees back a bit and bring the hands a bit forward. The hips stay over the knees. The hands come forward, hands pressing into the mat, and the head and heart melt towards the mat. Your head and your head and chest might come all the way to the mat. If they don't, that's fine. You can put something underneath the head. Breathe into the upper back. Trying to release of anything that you're holding on to. And then inhale, lift the head. We're going to tuck the right arm underneath the left arm, bringing the right shoulder to the mat, the right side of the face to the mat. We're still pressing into the mat with the left hand, and the right hand is really relaxed. So really the only active thing here is your left hand. And then inhale, press back up. Right hand to the mat, left hand comes underneath the right shoulder, bringing the left side of the face, the left arm all the way to the ground. Two more deep breaths. And then press yourself back up. We're going to come back to all fours. Bring the hips to the heels, the forehead to the mat. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here in Child's. You can bring the arms to the side, palms face up. Breathe deeply into the upper back. And release more and more towards the mat. If your head doesn't come all the way to the mat, then you can set something under it. And then inhale, come back up, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're just going to come forward all the way to the stomach. Bring the chin to the mat, the hands at your side. And then we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. With the inhale, reach the hands back, lift the chest. So you're looking towards the mat, maybe a bit in front of your mat, just to make sure you have a long spine, long neck. And then lift the thighs up off the mat if that works for you. Breathe deeply into the chest and then slowly lower. Bring your hands, make a pillow with the hands. You can rest one side of the face on the hands or just the forehead. And then bring the hands behind the back. We're going to do a second set. Interlace the fingers, maybe the opposite way this time, the opposite thumb in front. And then reach the hands back, lift the chest, lift the legs. Really reaching the shoulders together. Breathing into the chest. One more breath. And then slowly come to the mat. You can rest the other side of the face on the mat. And maybe shake out the hips a little bit, just releasing anything that built up. And then bring the chin to the mat. This time we're going to bend the knees. We're coming into bow pose. So reach back for the ankles and flex the feet. If you can't reach the ankles, that's fine. You can use a strap or a towel. And this time I want you to kick in the hands and lift the chest first. Really letting the stretch go into the shoulders. Then you can lift the thighs, but make sure that you're really kicking back into the hands, letting it go into the shoulders. Try to release in the face and the jaw. One more breath. And then release. Come all the way to the mat. Use your hands as a pillow. You can shake the hips a bit. And then press your hands into the mat. Lift the hips. We're going to stretch out the legs in front. And come into a twist. So we're bringing the right sole of the foot to the outside of the left knee, sitting up tall. We're going to grab or hug the right knee in. Inhale the right arm up and back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist towards the right. We don't need to look back too far. We don't want to strain the neck. Make sure the twist is happening from the belly button and in the shoulders. And then come back to center, do a little counter twist to the other side. And then we'll switch the legs out. Right foot forward, left sole of the foot to the outside of the right knee. Hug the right knee in. Inhale the left arm up and back. Fingertips come behind the back. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist towards your left. One more breath. And then come back to the center, to the other side for a little counter twist. And then we'll stretch out the left leg, shake the legs a bit. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together. We're coming into another forward fold. Make sure that that you have enough space. So this isn't Baddha Konasana where the heels are right up next to the groin. This is Tarasana, so we have a wider angle here. Lift up, press the sit bones into the mat. You can always sit on a blanket. And then we're gonna come forward. If you have a block or a blanket nearby, it's great, because we're just gonna round the spine here. And you can set the block underneath the forehead and just really relax in the shoulders. Breathe deeply into the back. One more breath. And then slowly come up to sitting, rolling the spine up. Set the block to the side. We're coming into fish pose, Matsyasana. So you can bring the hands underneath the hips, underneath the sit bones. And then we're just gonna slowly come back to the elbows. So the elbows are about underneath the shoulders. And then we're just gonna lean back with the chest so that we can get the top of the head to the mat. If the top of the head doesn't come to the mat, you can lean further and further back with the chest until it does. Make sure there's just a little weight in the head, and we're really holding all the weight in the elbows. Reach forward with the chin, feel the nice stretch in the front of the neck. And then lift the head. We're going to come back to sitting and come into the final pose. For this, we need a blanket, so we have to wake up poor Sally here. Sally? Thank you. So you need a blanket. And we're going to roll the blanket. So just roll it long ways. And then we're going to set it on the mat so that it comes right underneath the tips of our shoulder blades. So for women, that's like where your bra is. For men, just think right underneath the shoulder blades. And then just lean back. Try to find the right position where your shoulders come all the way to the mat. And then you can bring the arms into a cactus position or stretch them out as a T, and just to let the legs fall open, just like in Shavasana. And then release everything into the mat. Get really heavy, the breath is really deep and even. And I recommend that you stay here longer, as long as you need to. And eventually go into Shavasana. If you are a little bit short on time, then just roll over to the side, to your right side. Press yourself up into a seated position. And we'll finish there for today. So 2 things I want to mention before we come to the end. It's really important that you work on your stomach and lower back musculature as well, just so that you can really support your entire alignment. I'll be posting some more videos later, and I really recommend that you do those. The second thing is for stress. If you're getting this pain because of stress, and it's not just from looking at your cell phone or computer, then I recommend meditation and also breath exercises. Those are good. So, thanks for everything. Have a great day. Namaste.